Yo everyone, what up? Welcome back to Top Tier Arcade. My name is Steve. Well, we did it. As you can see, I finally met my goal after 4 months. Hell, being at the gym at 6 a.m. Friday nights, working out early morning, eating well, lost 45 pounds in 4 months. And you can see I shaved the ugly ass beard that was on that I did not like. A lot of people are like, oh, you're not, I hated it. I don't know how people have beards like that. Anyway, so I hope you guys like that transition. So what we're doing, we're in the car, we're not on tour, but we're definitely going to pick up an exciting game, which is Sega Blast City, with a few things inside. The Naomi 2 original, the Netdimm, the flashcard reader, and the Naomi Pi. Now that might sound familiar, doesn't it? Because it's Francesco's. Yes, if you all remember, back on the back in the game room tour, we did Francesco's, or Pipe's Candy Cave. We did his game room. And if you go back and see the video, we had a great time with Francesco, get to know him a little better, and we've become pretty close. So the cool thing is, he kept on saying in the video, oh, I'm never going to sell the Blast City. I have to mortgage my house if we order da-da-da. You're never going to get it, Steve. La la la, you're never going to get it. I'm like, all right, fine, I understand. Well, 6 months later, Francesco's like, I never really played the games. All these pinball guys are making fun of me. Why should I stay with stupid video games? I like pinball more. And I can already get it in like a multi-type of situation because I have other arcade cabinets. So I'm like, yeah, I agree. So it's like, you know what, Steve? It's going to go to anyone. It's going to go to a good home. I promised Francesco he's going to be able to play it any time at Top Tier. It's going to come home with me. So what was Francesco's doll is now Steve's and Top Tier's. Now it's Top Tier. So I'm very proud that it's going to come home with me. It's going to a good home. I would rather pay him than someone else. We're gonna check it out now. We have a lot more going on. We have so here's the itinerary, and we'll be doing this as we go. Francesco has finished his Star Wars restoration, and we're gonna bring that home. Take the Blast City to my place. And he's going to drop off his 18-wheeler. Now, the 18-wheeler that was in his video, if you remember, is still not working. It's been shit. So he's like, you know what? Forget it. I'm going to give it to someone that knows, a technician. He's going to fix it, and I'll get it back. So, with that being said, let's end at Francesco's. Let's pick up the Sega Blast City, which is one of my almost the last fighting game cabinet I want. Super excited because all those games, Marvel vs. Capcom 2, SNK, Capcom versus SNK. Where am I going here? Capcom versus SNK. 2000 and 2001. Guilty Gear. I mean, you name it. Anyways, let's talk to Francesco. Let's pick it up because we have a very exciting and long day, but it's going to be definitely worth it. So let's check it out and pick up the Sega Blast City. All right, guys. So we're here in Francesco's warehouse. Yeah, so here's the Star Wars, what is this, the Trilogy? But this is the stand-up, not the cockpit type, right?
Yeah.
So fully restored. You said that there's a little, this is the original, you said, fuck it.
There's some gouges in the artwork here, but I cleaned it up as best as I could, and then it's good enough for me.
And you restored it, he did semi-gloss on this, and then the clear coat, he was telling me, looks really nice. We can check.
New T-molding, and just painted the white, because it was in rough shape.
Oh yeah, look at the Sierra.
Yeah, you love the Sierra.
I don't know why. Yeah, because it's official. That's it. And then we're gonna put it together, I guess, later on. So the game plan is take the dolly that I brought, wheel it down that door, and then blah 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 right in the van, and then take it back to his place, and then take it from there. All right, so that's Star Wars: The Trilogy Arcade. Very well restored. You did a good job, man. Makes mine look like shit. But hey man, you're doing the right thing. I just don't have the time and space. That's or the skill. Bad excuse, but it's true. Hey, you know, I just noticed this is from the old trilogy.
Yeah.
Don't they have one for the new one? No. Isn't there like the pod racer one? I think there is, right?
There is a pod racer, yeah. Who's gonna put that in their basement?
Me. All right. So we'll see you in the truck. We'll see. Hopefully this goes well. Should be very easy. Just dolly it and put it in Francesco's basement. So that was a little tricky. We had to go through on his grass. A little rainy today. So that went very smooth. So we just laid down carpet, took my dolly. We moved the Star Wars here. The Star Trek here. The Star Wars is there. And we're going to put it together later. And then here's the Blast City we rolled over. And you can see it's an empty space. And later on, what we're going to do, so we've taken the Blast City, and then we're going to take the 18-wheeler, so that we're going to wheel that up in the van, drop this at Simon's, which he's going to fix it because something's wrong with it. This goes to top tier. We'll quickly do a video there, and then we're going to come back and pick up some like artwork and extra buttons, and then put everything back. So, so far it's been okay, but so far so good. So we'll see you guys soon. Okay. So we just packed up, ready to go. Yo, let me just show them what we've done here, really quick. Oh, that was death. Nice dolly. I know the Blast City on the back's probably not the best idea, but no option. Here's the 18-wheeler. Monitor's there so that we can get it fixed, or Francesco can anyways. So we're on our way to drop first the 18-wheeler first?
Yeah.
And then to my place, drop off Blast City, and then we'll be back, and hopefully everything goes well. So far so good. All right, guys, we're here. We just dropped the this game out of Simon, so there it is. He's going to be working on it. Just to look at his interesting, kind of work room. Wow, this guy really knows his stuff, especially when it comes to fixing and the nice pin, fixing everything else. Definitely someone that I want to talk to, because if I do need help, huge, thousands, like hundreds and hundreds of parts, monitors. I mean, this guy's the real deal. I know that, Chris goes to him. This guy's no joke, man. I mean, he's another contact that I've heard of. And he apparently, and I know this is going to sound silly, he's heard of me and he knows who I am because he's watched my videos before. And I'm like, what, mine? And he goes, yeah. And so he knows the stuff, any electronics. He goes, bring it to me. I'll fix anything. There's nothing that he can't fix, apparently. So this is going to be a great contact. So we did put it down. Everything looks great. And very good to know, get to know Simon. He didn't want to be filmed because he's working and he has other things going on. But this is definitely, I know it looks like a cramped little spot, but I'm telling you, man, this is something that really I'm going to be needing, hopefully, or not hopefully, but if I do come into trouble, I'm going to need his help. So I know I'm ramming a little because we got to get going. It's been late. He's been telling us stories, but wow, man, what a work has. Like, he goes, if you want to just come and watch me work, that's fine. To learn something, I think it'd be a good idea. But maybe another day. So Francesco's game, the 18-wheel is now loaded. He's going to work on it. Let's go to my place, drop off the Blast. Here, we finally just turned it on. So far, so good. Francesco's schooling me on what to look for in case something happens. This is, again, shit, do we have to, it's on the one key, right? So yeah, everything's working, lights up, very smooth. So there's again the Naomi Pi that has all the Naomi games plus more. And then down, now we're gonna do a full review because you already know what's coming. So again, there's both the Naomi 2, the GDR, right? GD-ROM. Drive, there's the Netdimm, there's the Flash N, so it has almost 4 or 5 different upgrades or progressions based on technology. So we're just talking through about all the SD games if I ever had to run that, what to look for and what to do. So success. It's been a great great day. You saw some interesting moving. Saw us that we met Simon, which is very interesting. He pretty much fixes everything. But guys, that's pretty much it. I mean, very straightforward. This was the Blast City pickup. But Francesco, thanks again, man, for hooking me up.
You're welcome.
Seems to be, fitting well. I'm going to push it back later on, back in this corner there. I'm going to cover it. But right now we got to get going and return that rent-a-van. But, this is looking really cool. I'm excited. And should be very interesting because there's a lot of good games, a lot of versatility. Similar to the Tato X, which is kind of like its older brother in a sense. So that's going to be cool when they're both lit up. Because now if you think about it, I have from 2001 games and then going on to 2008. So in between, I kind of just covered both generations, which is very fun. Marvel vs. Capcom 2, Capcom vs. SNK 1 and 2, 2000, 2001. So many great games, and I can't wait. So, guys, all right, everyone, it's the next morning. So, Francesco left. I've covered the game with my... and I always get heat for this. With blankets, because the way that the apartment is, it's right where the sun is. And even if I close the blinds, it peeks through. So, I've just moved over the bookshelf, and I've covered it. It looks a little ghetto, but again, just to protect it. So, getting right to it, there's one part that I didn't film. And I forgot. So part of the deal with Francesco is he's going to give me everything about the with the Naomi and the Blast City. And here's a few things. Now we'll start right off. The cool thing is he gave me an extra speaker. This speaker was the original one that was in that cabinet, and it was obviously, it looks blown out. That's how it came. But he gave me it because if someone needed the housing, or if I needed it later on, I can always have it. So that's good to have as spare. I do eventually want to change the buttons to on player 1 to be green and player 2 to be pink, and the start buttons to be yellow. So I do want to do that, but that's a little later on because he still has some buttons for me left. And also, I was trying to get the flash card working, if you just saw now. And it wasn't working because there's a little dongle or something that I need, and he has it, or he thinks anyways, and he's going to give it to me so I can play the Flash games, because right now I want to be able to play the obviously the Retro Pi, and play the games that he has in the Flash, like Fist of the North Star and Dolphin Blue. So, until, if I can load them onto the Pi. So that's just coming, and just being patient with that. Also, it's cool. He gave me obviously the manual. Now, the manual, he said this was for Bass Fishing. Obviously, he just needed it for the, for the speakers and how to take the coin mech apart. So he didn't really care for the Bass Fishing, obviously. But I may print it so it's like not the Bass Fishing one, just like maybe the pages before that. But we'll see. So we'll do that. But he gave me that. Also, he gave me the cool part. He gave me a couple of marquees that he had printed that I could select from. Try to do this with one-handed. So looks like to be a shooter. Street Fighter 3. That's a Third Strike. That's for the top part. I guess if you were to have it at the top, there's a Third Strike on there. That's kind of the top bezel piece. Random multi-game marquee. I think this is Death Smiles. That's actually really cool. So there's Death Smiles. I'm going to use my foot here to open it. Death Smile. That looks really neat. And then a really, really cool other ones here. This one I really like. It's one of my favorite games in the Naomi. And also, there's the, generic. There's one that says Naomi. Again, I'm here one-handed here. Sorry, guys. Naomi. There's another one, which is the one that it came with, which is the, I guess it's a repro, or maybe the, the original of the actual Blast City, which I'm going to probably install until further notice. And then lastly is King of the Fighters 13, which I have on my Vuelix. So just a couple of bonus things. He gave you a few things left. A friend of mine also, says that if, I need buttons he might have or something. But I want to see what a Francesco has first, because those are really good buttons. But yeah, just overview of what I have left. So that was a great haul, I have to be honest. Actually, you know what? I want to actually play this. It's a running joke within a couple of my arcade friends. They keep laughing, including Francesco, about all these blankets. So definitely beautiful cabinet. Obviously the Third Strikes. I'm gonna remove that because I already have a Third Strike game. What I was thinking of maybe doing Marvel vs. Capcom 2, and only just because it's one of the more epic games that I remember playing and I loved. One thing I'm having a little issue with on the booting the Pi, it works 100%, but I can't get the unlock codes for Marvel vs. Capcom 2. I've tried the Japanese one, I've tried the American one, I've tried it 100 times and it doesn't work. And that's getting a little annoying because that's the game you need those extra characters. Like, it's not like just one hidden character. There's, I think, like 30 characters that you can unlock. So that's the next on the list. I've written down what I wanted to do. But if I was thinking, I would have, like, I'll get a repro, Marvel vs. Capcom 2, marquee, and then up here will be like the instruction. Down here will be the moves, and then, you know, down here will be the moves as well. Or, you know, moves, 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 and then marquee. So we'll see. Or I might leave it generic, which would be a little silly because everything else has a nice, cool marquee. But we'll see. In time, I mean, it works. It's fun. It's great. You know, these buttons are still great, and there's no urgency to remove them. They work great. They look cool, but I just don't want, I want kind of the original looking ones. I'm going to remove that. Maybe in a video if I do the artwork. We'll see. We'll see. I mean, there's not much really to do other than me being a little picky. What else I was thinking of doing is maybe removing that, getting an American quarter or Canadian quarter slot, changing the coin mech because I have a few extra for like to put in quarters instead of yen, just because all my games take quarters and not yen. So again, little details, you know, things like this, which cost me $5. I already have a coin mech. Hopefully it works. Artwork wouldn't be too expensive because I don't have to custom do it like I did in my Street Fighter 4. But yeah, love it. Works great. Again, if I can just put on the Marvel vs. Capcom 2 and have it running with the characters, I'd be relieved. But I just can't get it working for the life of me. So we'll see. But anyways, guys, it was an interesting pickup. You know, met Simon, who's the arcade tech. He's very interesting, to say the least. He was off camera. So I have someone that can help fix. Francesco was great. He let this go. I know this is one of his babies. But he went to a good home. And also, he's getting really into pinball, so who knows. This is a huge, huge step. Something I didn't think I would have, especially both. I really didn't think I would have these until I ever moved out. And you guys might be asking, you know, what's going on with the videos? Are you not more consistent? I have a lot of things to film, and I filmed some things. But the problem is, life's getting very busy. A lot of changing in my family, friends, and work, and there's a lot going on. And it is priority. On the behind the scenes, I have so much planned. A lot of cool things, but again, it's just taken over. And now that the weather's getting better, I'm just trying to just enjoy life, but still obviously collecting games. I have my Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles pin that I'm going to be, you know, help doing restoring and really getting that going. This doesn't need that much, thank God. This is just, actually, it works perfect. I'm just picky and I want a little, and Francesco knows, you know, little things I want, and, you know, he's cool with it, but now he goes, you know, do what you got to do, bro, that's you. So yeah, guys, it's been a pleasure. Thanks again for checking out Top Tier. Hope you liked the video. Very interested. Hopefully, Francesco can get his 18-wheelers going. And Simon can fix that because that's been a pain since I recorded the Candy Cave tour back last year. So if you guys haven't had a chance to subscribe, please do so. I know the videos aren't as consistent. There's a lot coming up. And obviously, look at, you know, two huge scores. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Grail pin. And, you know, Sega Blast City Original looks beautiful with every Naomi game. And hopefully, I'm going to be able to, you know, to do a little more to it. But if you guys ever need anything, please let me know. I'm always happy to help. Any questions, comments are always welcome, good or bad. Doesn't bother me. And, you know, this is just another step of getting closer to fulfill that dream, which hopefully one day soon, in the next few years to come, we'll be ready to really make Top Tier and not this fragmented, you know, arcades kind of everywhere type deal. So thanks again, guys. Take care. Peace.